Jack, 2 goals tonight, one of them absolutely worldy. Talk to us a little about that second goal. Did you know what you were doing, or did you just have fun?
Oh, I just want to get that out there now before anyone says it was a fluke. I definitely meant it. But like I suppose I threw the ball down and was looking for the big one over to Stephen Christopher. So like the bench were behind me. I was saying I didn't want to look up and give it away, so I was saying it's Stevie on. And it was only then that I got the shout from behind me. I think Tommy said the goalie's off his line, and I just went and hit it. I kind of knew where the goal was. And look, I could try it another 99 times and it won't come off, but thank God it came off when it mattered. So look, it's probably the best goal I've ever scored anyways. So it turned out to be the winning goal as well. So just happy to contribute, and it was a massive result for us in the end. So big 3 points.
We scored 2 really quick goals at the start of the first half. Did that kind of go against us maybe a little bit for the rest of the game? Expectations that there was going to be 4 or 5?
I think in the end it could have been a cricket score, really. I've said it already in a couple of interviews. Like, I think we were happy with the goals, not really happy with the performance itself. Even when we weren't playing, like, we scored 2 goals and we kind of switched off. You know, we gave them a really, really soft goal that's not like us, and we kind of had to rile ourselves up. We came in at half time. A few words were had, all right, and we went back out. We knew it was going to be a bit of a grind. They'd be up for it. But look, thankfully we came out on the right side of the result. We still, as I said, created a lot of chances even when we weren't playing to our best. So that's a positive to take in it. It's not all negative. Obviously we've a big 3 points, and we're looking at a really tough game next week. So we've a few things to work on in training this week, and that's exactly what we'll do.
Is there anything that you can put your finger on? Because we tend to take leads sometimes quite early in games, and then it kind of cycles back again, and you know, the game becomes frustrating and a bit of a slugfest. Do you know why that is? Yeah,
like it's tough to put your finger on, really. I suppose one of the things is we've a really good spine to the team, but they're young guys. I mean, Callum McNair is his second full kind of season in League of Ireland. I'd say Lee Devitt's, it's one of his first seasons starting in League of Ireland. And while they're super players, it takes a bit of time just in game management side of things, and not to just solo them throughout as well, because we've just been making kind of silly errors anywhere on the pitch and getting punished for them, whereas other teams are making silly errors anywhere on the pitch and they're getting away with them. It's just kind of been the bounce of the ball we've been having the last couple of games, and I suppose that kind of flipped tonight. I mean, to be fair to Athlone, they had a couple of good chances. They probably earned themselves a point at least. And we were just lucky tonight that the bounce of the ball went our way, and I think that's what we've been looking for over the last, I think that's our longest run without a win. So the monkey's off the back now, and we go into the game against Galway with no pressure on us at all. So look, we'll go up there and we'll look to come away with a result.
What's squad morale like been over the past couple of weeks? Because, as you say, there's been a lot of frustrating results, games that perhaps we should have won, we ended up drawing. What's it been like in the dressing room in terms of, you know, trying to understand what's happening, what's going right, and fixing it?
I think it's always been high. We never try and let any result get in our heads too much. You know, at the end of the day, there's 4 rounds. We're just starting our 3rd round, and people might have that impression that if we lose games now, it'll affect our standings towards the end of the season. But I think with the way the league is, it's probably down to the 3 of us, Bray, ourselves, and Wexford, to get that kind of last playoffs spot. Maybe if Longford lose a few games, they'll come into it as well. But I think as long as we can get results against those teams and kind of match what they're doing, like, is there really much else we can ask for? I mean, we're heading into the 3rd round of games. Like I said, we just started and we're still in a playoff spot. I think if you were to offer me that at the start of the season, I'd bite your hand off for it, to be completely honest. And obviously there's still games to be played. We're going to go until the end of October. And there's loads of football to be played. So look, the squad morale has always been high, because we never let it get in our heads that, even though we're not winning, that's not, as long as we keep doing the right things, it'll come good in the end. And I think that's the way we're gonna continue to go. And as I say, fingers crossed, we'll end up 5th as opposed to 6th or 7th.
At Galway next weekend, Tommy said that you're going to go and you're going to have a right go. You've got nothing to lose, so to speak, against a team like Galway. How do you see that going, and how do you think you're going to prepare for that?
We'll do what we always do. Just because Galway are Galway, and you know they are where they are on the table, we won't do anything different. We'll do our due diligence. We'll see. We have a great analyst in Gary Manning. He'll send us on where he thinks we might be able to hurt them, and we'll prepare as we always do. We'll get 2 good training sessions in, and we'll head to Aim and DC with, as you say, no pressure on us whatsoever. Probably suits us being the underdog. It did all last season. And in the 2 games with Galway, we've probably been unlucky. We might have shot ourselves in the foot. Well, we definitely shot ourselves in the foot here in the home fixture when we went 2-0 up and lost 3-2. So we'll be taking the positives out of that, knowing that we can get at them, we can score goals. And as I say, we'll be looking for anything. We'll be looking for a result.
Is that something to take a positive from the season as well? Because Tommy said you've only really lost to teams that are full-time teams. You know, is that something to take solace in, that the only teams that are taking points away from you are the top teams?
It probably is. I mean, we not to make an excuse, but I mean, this kind of run of games we have now, I think it's Galway, Cork, or Waterford, Galway, Cork, or Galway, Cork, Longford, 3 full-time teams, and I think we have a Monday, Friday, or Friday, Monday fixture thrown in there as well. It probably comes against us a little bit, but I think at the end of the day, even though they are the teams we're dropping points to, we've shown in those games, for a lot of them, that we can match them for large periods. I mean, when you look at the Cork game down there, we lost 3-0. We kind of had a rough 5 minutes, and then it was back to normal. The same with Galway. I mean, we had the upper hand, and then we had a crazy 5 minutes that gave away 3 goals. And obviously Longford and Waterford, we've kept, obviously had a bad result down in Waterford, but even Longford we've kept to points at home and away. So, look, I personally don't really feed into the full-time, part-time thing. Obviously they're going to be a little bit fitter, but at the end of the day, you're there to play 90 minutes. We can all last 90 minutes, even part-time, full-time teams, you know, we're all fit boys, we can all last it. And yeah, while they might have a bit more time together and contact time with the coaches and whatnot, I think we'll still go into Friday with loads of confidence. And as you say, there's absolutely nothing to lose. Why not go and have a right go at it?
Absolutely, and if you keep scoring worldies, it's not going to do anytime soon.
That's my one for the season now. I had a little.
Never happen again.
Yeah, sure. Look, as you say, well, I can say I've done it now, and that's good enough for me. So that'll do it.
Super. Best of luck next weekend.
Thanks very much, bud.